In this video, where is my Daewoo Matiz and why have I spent another £317 on the Berlingo? Well, it will escape no one's notice that there is no longer a Daewoo Matiz in the unit, and that's with good reason. I've sold Myrtle the Matiz, but I'm going to go and get into Bella the Berlingo because it is blowing an absolute hoolie again, and I'll be a lot warmer in there. So this is it, this is Myrtle going off for assessment. Our friend Simon getting used to the slightly unusual clutch, driving past a Korean digger fittingly, and yeah, that's Myrtle away. Weird feeling, isn't it? A weird feeling, Ellie? So that clip was Myrtle driving away initially for assessment. Simon had a little drive around in Myrtle and said yes, this is the one for me. Simon fell in love with Myrtle when I went and drove his Mark 6 Escort Cabriolet and Austin Metro many years ago. Bertie the Metro, he still has Bertie the Metro. The Escort test where I slagged off the Escort and got lots of hate for. I'd left Myrtle at Simon's while I went off to do the filming, but because it was a fairly tight estate, I left the keys with him in case Myrtle needed to be moved. Myrtle did need to be moved, and Simon fell in love as soon as he turned the key, I think. So Simon seemed the perfect home for Myrtle, and if you're in the Rustival Friendship Corner Facebook group, which I highly recommend, Simon has been posting updates about what he's been up to. He's fitted a stereo. He's actually got rid of the parcel shelf with the rear speakers, but has kept the parcel shelf. It's the one I hacked to bits when I was a 21-year-old, having just bought Myrtle. I hacked the parcel shelf to bits to fit some speakers very badly. So he's removed those. He's done a load of work on the engine trying to make it run properly, and it still doesn't. That's gratitude for you. Most of the time absolutely fine, but still this intermittent problem where the idle goes all funny for some reason, and she bogs a bit. Oh, pardon me, big lunch. So yeah, I think she's gone to the right place. It got to the stage, we've got so many little cars at the moment, and the list of ones I like to drive most, Myrtle had fallen to the bottom by some degree. So it was a lovely story to have bought that car new, sold it, 18 years later, found it again, and bought it back, and saved it, really. She was going for scrap. It was that simple. The chap owning it at the time said, you can, 100 quid, you can have this car because I don't want it anymore. He thought there was a problem with the head gasket again. It turned out to be a pinhole leak in a coolant pipe. So that was good for me. Yeah, as much as I loved looking at that car, I didn't love driving that car. And with that running issue as well, the fact the airbags don't work, it just wasn't the right car for us. So she's gone again. Maybe one point in time she'll come back to me again. Who knows? But Simon, I mean, he is using Myrtle, but it's more sort of, you know, collector car status for Myrtle, which is what she needs, not me just thrashing her around the Welsh countryside. So I think it's the right home. Feels like a bit of a difficult call. But here we are in Bella the Berlingo. So we just spent, I don't know, 300 odd quid getting a service. I'll be able to tell you, I've got the receipt in here somewhere. Haha, there we go. Yeah, the service and wheel bearing and everything was £374, and now we've just spent another £317 on getting an alternator fitted. The alternator was £182. It's a brand new unit, not a recon unit, and it was fitted by West Wales Mobile Mechanics. Giles had a lovely day yesterday in the pouring rain getting the alternator out. It did not want to come out. It was an absolute pig. I was there kind of offering coffee and sympathy. Standing in the rain. I was quite interested to watch what was going on. I didn't want to film it because A, we're at home where we don't like to film, outside anyway, because otherwise doxing occurs, and B, this is someone else. It's not me filming me, it's someone else being filmed. It's yeah, it's not always what someone wants, especially when they're fighting an alternator in the absolute peeing rain. It was absolutely horrific. It just kept pouring down. But yeah, eventually got the alternator out and got the new one in. The new one seemed to go in a lot easier for some reason. And as you can see in this footage, the old one is smoked. all those coppery orange bits are black, so something went very, very wrong with that alternator. Interestingly, the first time we started her after fitting the alternator, she started better than she has done for ages. It could be related, maybe the starter motor struggling against a failing alternator. She doesn't feel much more lively on the road, but it wouldn't necessarily make that much difference. But yeah, interesting. We'll continue to see how she goes. But I was very glad I paid my money. We effectively paid the labour rate, 135 quid, for Giles to fight it on my behalf. And it felt like money very well spent. I think it would have taken us literal days to do that job, and we'd probably have given up. Lots of tools would have got smashed. The access is utterly horrific. The Berlingo engine bay is so tight, and this car has a peculiarity in that it is very early for a Berlingo HDI. So it's got the earlier front end, and it's the first application of that engine in that engine bay. And there's a lot of stuff that has changed later on where they've obviously gone, well, that's a stupid idea, and improved access. But, oh, absolutely horrendous. So thank you, Giles, for doing that job. So, yeah, we're in it for quite a bit with Bella at the moment. She's had new tyres as well. We fitted the Falcon tyres. And, you know, we got a good price on those, but still that's 4 tyres and the fitting. So, yeah. It's been an expensive couple of months with Bella de Berlingo. Hopefully now she'll be all right. I mean, this is it. We have spent a lot of money on this car, but we've also done over 20,000 miles in this car, having only paid 750 quid for it initially. So, yeah, we're into thousands in terms of total expenditure, but we've covered a vast mileage as well. And hopefully now we are well on our way to 200,000. But let's jump back to the first drive coming up here today. Well, certainly, Bella sounds a lot nicer. We got rid of a rather annoying whine that was going on, but I even thought at one point it might be transmission, but no, it was just the alternator dying. So we definitely know what that sounds like now. But interestingly, she did start better as well. So it's kind of the first drive. Oh, there goes Lee, my landlord. Yeah, this is kind of the first drive. We'll see whether it makes any difference at all. We're stuck in 20 mile an hour for the minute. We're going to get on some quicker roads and see how it compares. Unfortunately, left my mics at home despite picking them up earlier. So we are a bit stuck for sound. Oh, I just had a notification that Incredibles are sending the final items. We've got 3 orders. We're waiting for stuff from Incredibles. Print on demand stuff, our t-shirts, all hoodies, some mugs. We rely on sending those orders out. They come to us and then we send them out, because obviously there might be other items that we do hold in stock, so we send it all together. So that's on the way. The store is offline at the moment, but when it comes back you will be able to acquire a maroon hubnut hat. These are new in stock. They are so very, very comfortable. They are not wonky. They're really, really nicely done. We're very happy with them. I hope that's Jets. Yes, it is Jets. I just thought the wind was about to go up to catastrophic levels. Yes, another storm. But no, we're all right. So yeah, I'll get those final merch orders done. I need to get back because I'm taking the boy up to Tim's Cambrian Classics for a bit more a lessening. In fact, there may be a bit of footage from that, because there is a problem with a tyre on Chemi, and he's going to be looking at that. I may not be there to record it. I've got driving lessons to do as well. It's all crazy at the moment. It has been crazy, but yeah, that's us done for Christmas now. I think there should hopefully be another video coming out, perhaps Boxing Day, maybe the day after, on Tim's Mercedes. The first video on that goes live tonight. But yeah, have a great Christmas, and if we didn't see you in the live stream on Saturday, you can go back and watch that. It's probably very long. We're anticipating at least an hour, and we'll talk a bit more about what's been going on generally. But yeah, thank you for watching. See you soon. Bye.